What's up everyone, this is KillerVzTwo, and welcome to How to Dominate Evolve. Today's going to be a little different from my other Dominate videos. I'm not really going to show you gameplay, but just because there's so many classes and then, characters in the classes in this game, I thought it would be good to, go over my favorites. And also at the end, I'll kind of describe how easy this game is to boost. I don't do it. That's just, my own personal thoughts on that. But, there's people that, maybe don't have the time to do it, playing through multiplayer. And, you want to get some good stuff pretty quick. I can't blame you for that. So yeah, let's start with the classes here. And I figured I'd start with the monster class. First off, we have the Goliath. I do like his moveset. I would say the weakest of them is Fire Breath. The Rock, Throw, Leap Smash are great kind of ranged moves, even though Leap Smash kind of brings you into range. But Charge is an amazing up-close move. So overall, I do like this. And I will say this, with the other the human classes, there are several characters I dislike. As far as the monster class goes, I don't dislike any of them. I like all of them, but there is one that I think is definitely at a clear advantage. Next up, we have the Kraken. Definitely more of a ranged class. He can fly. His one up-close move is Aftershock, which is very powerful, but he doesn't quite have the armor and health of the Goliath, so it's definitely better to be at a distance. His Banshee Mines are surprisingly effective. I didn't use them a whole lot starting out, but they grew on me. The Lightning Strike is incredibly powerful ranged attack, and Vortex. The big deal with Vortex is it knocks back humans, and in fact it kind of tumbles them and stuff, stuns them for a little bit. So again, another class that I do really like, or not class, another character in this class. But the Wraith, in my opinion, hands down the best monster. Warp Blast does incredible amounts of damage if you can get a whole team in it. Abduction is great if you're just kind of sitting back and harassing. You can get one alone, do some heavy damage, kind of run off again. Decoy helps with that. It makes kind of like an after image, and it does do damage. It goes out and attacks, and you turn invisible, so it lets you, you can escape. You can use it to get, better flanking, or you can even just use it just to distract them for a second, and immediately, for instance, this one here is Stealth Pounce. Just pop it real quick, they start shooting it at, pounce on someone. But Supernova, I think, is the best. It makes you attack crazy fast. It gives you your regular melee, like a wider kind of area of effect move. It does help using other abilities while using that, and it's just overall just a powerhouse attack. I do have to say one thing though about Wraith. It is not a good character to use in Defend. His moves are great hunter-killer moves. They do not do much of anything against turrets and against the generators. So, use them in evacuation, use them in all, the first 4 games and just dominate them. But you can't win evacuation unless you win the very last one. And for that, I go mostly with Goliath. His moves are amazing against stationary targets, but the Kraken is also very good, just simply because he can just sit back at a range and harass the turrets and the generator. And, like I said, overall, Wraith's my favorite, but there's a little overview of the monster ones and how I think they can be used effectively. Next up, we have the Assault class, which is actually my favorite of the hunter classes. I've always been a fan of, DPS, damage per second, high damage dealers, glass cannons, that sort of thing. And this guy is not by any means a glass cannon. He can take some hits, especially with his shield ability. But here, we'll go over the characters and their abilities. First, we have Markov, Markov. I like his lightning gun, does heavy damage. The problem is it doesn't have much of a range. But the good news is as you upgrade its mastery, it does get more range, so that can be, slightly alleviated. Arc mines, I'm not the biggest fan of. They don't, in my opinion, do enough damage to warrant. It's good if you're trying to, you think he's going one way and you want to ambush him, or if you're defending, the generator to pop him. But to me, they just don't do enough damage. The assault rifle does a surprising amount of damage, not as much as the lightning gun, but it's your go-to when he's out of range for the lightning gun, any monsters. And it has a nice magazine size, reloads fairly quickly. It's just a good balanced weapon. Next we have Hyde. I would say he's probably my second favorite assault. The flamethrower does immense amounts of damage up close, and again, if range is a problem, the mastery lets you upgrade range, which is very, very nice. The minigun, I would say it's slightly better than the assault rifle. It shoots a little bit faster. I'm not sure if it does quite the same. I think it does less damage per hit, but it shoots faster, has a bigger magazine again. So overall, I'd say it's as good as the assault rifle. Accuracy is its biggest problem, and right there you can see by upgrading mastery, the accuracy does get better. Toxic grenades are much better than the arc mines, in my opinion. The toxic grenades do a little bit more damage per grenade than per mine. It fills a larger area. Very good when defending. Whether you're defending rescuer people in the rescue, what are the survivors in rescue, or generators and turrets in defend. I like them a lot. Last we come to Parnell, my favorite of the assault for a simple reason. He is hands down the best damage dealer. His two weapon masteries here, as you can see, both, as you upgrade them, increase damage. In my opinion, when you're playing as the assault, your role is to just hit the monster as hard as you possibly can. And those two weapons are very good at combat. Shotgun, good up close. The rocket launcher is actually also very good up close, but it does offer a little more range, a little splash damage if you're into that. And Super Soldier, its mastery increases duration and basically increases reload speed, fire rate, basically just giving you even more DPS. So in my opinion, this is the go-to guy, and honestly, I don't think he has a game mode he's not useful in. Next up, we have the Trapper class. Here we'll start with Maggie. She has a pet trap jaw, harpoon traps, and machine pistol. In my opinion, she's the best trapper. The trap jaw, when you're playing hunt or nest or rescue, really anything, it kind of gives you a general direction of where the monster is. Especially in hunt, you can just follow what's the trap jaws? Daisy. Daisy's the name. It doesn't say it here. Yeah, there it does. Revive 10 teammates with Daisy. But Daisy can track the monster more efficiently than just following footprints. Very useful, and it's another body for the monster to deal with. The monster has to kill Daisy for it to count as a team wipe, and Daisy can actually revive people, so very useful. Harpoon traps, very efficient fire and forget. Just pepper the ground with a couple of them. They'll hit him during combat if you're trying to ambush him. Range is a very nice upgrade because I feel they don't, at least starting out, they don't have a whole lot of range. I feel he has to be pretty close to them for them to activate. But as you can see, the mastery helps that. Machine pistol, the best trapper weapon out of the other three characters. It does surprising amount of damage. Shoots very fast, has a respectable magazine capacity, and as you can see, the mastery increases damage. So definitely my favorite trapper. Next we have Griffin. The problem with him is he's definitely targeted to more hunt, but I feel Daisy is the best hunt tool there is. Sound spikes, reveal the monster. His harpoon gun is, I would say, better than her harpoon little trap things she shoots, simply because you can do it a little faster, hold them better. but having the Fire and Forget of Maggie is nice. His SMG is nowhere near as good as hers. It shoots about as fast, has about the same magazine. It doesn't do anywhere near the damage, which is a problem. Even the mastery helps a little bit, but his best is definitely Hunt, and I just feel Maggie has better tools for Hunt anyway. Then we come to Abe. Really all the trappers are great for Hunt, but I just feel Maggie has that advantage with Daisy. The tracking dart, lets you track the monster. Stasis grenades slow it down, make it harder for it to run away. Very useful. And the custom shotgun. If you shoot it faster, it becomes less accurate, but if you shoot it nice and, tap, 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 it actually has decent damage and range. So it's probably not as good as the SMG, but it's better than the Gauss SMG. Stasis grenades are nice. Tracking dart pistol is nice. But again, just Maggie has that advantage, in my opinion, having the extra body and having the slightly better actual damage dealing gun when it gets down to it. Next, we have the medic class. And to start out with, we have Val, who, once again, is my favorite character of this class. The med gun is an absolute powerhouse. Just zap whoever the monster's currently going after, and it pretty much cancels it out. The med gun helps get people up at range, which is very useful as well. The tranquilizer gun, it's very useful when trying to actually catch up to the monster. You hit him, and he kind of glows. It marks him. It slows him down. Very useful. The armor-piercing sniper rifle, for being a single-shot weapon, it does a surprising amount of DPS, and the little critical hit markers it leaves add, even more damage to it. So overall, can work good as a damage dealer when needed, and is, in my opinion, the best medic with that med gun. Next up, we have Lazarus. Lazarus is more of like a self-sustaining medic. The only real healing move he has is the healing burst, which all medics have. His silent sniper rifle, I would say, probably evens out to be as good as the other sniper rifle. It shoots faster, it's weaker, but it shoots faster, has a bigger clip, or bigger magazine, and can leave more targets on, so I'd say it's probably about as good. Personal cloak is good, when you're trying to keep the medic alive, very useful. And the Lazarus device. The problem with the Lazarus device is it doesn't do any real active healing. It's just a quicker way to get people up, and you can also get people up when they're, dead if you can get to them fast enough. So, he's more of a wipe avoiding character than a sustaining character. Val keeps people from going down. This guy just keeps them getting up. So, that's more of a personal taste, and I prefer Val's method. Next, we have Kyra, which is how I'm going to pronounce that. Not terrible. The worst damage dealer of the group. The napalm grenade launcher has nothing on the sniper rifles. The acceleration field's nice to give you a nice speed boost. The healing grenade launcher, the benefit here is it can heal multiple people. If your team is sticking real close together, you can heal multiple people, but in my opinion, the worst damage dealer, in fact, that's not even an opinion, that's fact. And again, the healing grenade launcher is situational, and it's probably the weakest of the healing devices. Last but not least, we have support, and we'll start out with Hank. The shield projector is nice. If you're not worried about dealing too much damage, it can keep people alive, which is very useful. That mixed with Val's med gun, you can keep your team up very, very efficiently. Orbital barrage, definitely more of a defense move, helps to defend generators. It's very slow, easily dodged, but when it hits, if you manage to hit with all missiles, that's like half of a monster's health gone right there. The laser cutter is a fine, kind of standard firearm. Nothing special there, just if you want to deal out some extra damage. Next, we have Bucket. Probably my favorite of the support. UAV is nice for Hunt. Finding the monster targeting him, tracking him. Sentry guns are great for when you're trying to ambush or defend. You know, you can pop out a max of 5 and they can do some serious damage. The guided missile launcher is his main way of attacking, and the laser pointer it's surprisingly effective because it kind of explodes when within range of the monster, so you don't have to have exactly pinpoint accuracy, which is very, very nice and deals a significant amount of damage. And then we have Cabot. He's probably, you know what, I take that back. The Bucket and Cabot are tied for my favorite support, I would say. The damage amplifier mixed with a good assault like Parnell can do massive amounts of damage. Absolutely unbelievable amounts of damage. It helps tremendous. It's like double damage when you have that on him. His rail cannon, if the monster's tagged, you can hit him through walls, and it does a lot of damage, surprisingly. It shoots relatively fast. It's like a single shot like the sniper rifle, but it can go through walls and do a lot of damage, and as you can see, the mastery even increases that damage. The dust tagging is his worst ability. I mean, it's like the orbital airdrop thing, airstrike, but it just targets everything in the area. It's nice, but it doesn't have a whole lot of radius, which is good that the mastery helps that. But you know, that's his weakest ability. But between the damage amplifier and the rail cannon, you'll hardly be using that. And that's really about what I have for the classes. However, I just want to show you here every achievement in this game, all masteries, everything real quick here at the end, can be done, you know, boosting. Custom games count towards every achievement. They count towards every mastery skill here, and as you can see, you can go in, you can pick your favorite map for your favorite mode, mode you need to do. You pick the map effects. Look at that. You can pick, you know, to just start with these incredibly powerful you know, bonuses that you'd normally get in evacuation for winning. You can just pick whatever ones are available for that map. Go into extras. Look at this. You can set it to be balanced, favor monsters, favor hunters. Look at this. If you're the hunters, this is what you want. You want favors hunters. That means you get a damage bonus. Wildlife, low. That means less wildlife for it to eat, gain armor, gain evolution. Reinforcement time. Make it so that you guys can respawn on the airdrop every 15 seconds. Strikes. This is how many times you can go down before automatically being incapacitated. Set that to infinite. You can mess with the character perks on and off, mastery bonuses on and off, elite wildlife on and off, which if you turn that off, you know, you don't get any buffs, but neither does the monster, and I'd say the monster buffs are, you know, better for him than you. So Liz, you set this, you're guaranteed to win against a monster, and you can mix that in with playing with friends. You can just boost anything you want. That about brings us to the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you'll check out some of my other videos. More Dominate Evolve videos to come. I hope you'll check those out, and I will see you later.